Rafe Cameron is one of the main characters and a primary antagonist in Outer Banks. Rafe is a troubled teenager living in a small town where secrets are public knowledge. So when Rafe has some trouble, he does not get off so easily, and it explodes into a large-scale problem for him and his family. He has a strained relationship with his father, who put a lot of pressure on him so he would be able to hand down the family business. He is disrespectful and leering towards his sister Sarah Cameron, disrespecting her verbally on multiple occasions, directly and indirectly to his friends. When Rafe fails to live up to his father's expectations, he turns to drugs. This study aims to properly diagnose and review his behavior in order to create a treatment plan to help Rafe get back on the right path and have a chance to function as well as any other member in society. This story takes place in Outer Banks, a coastal town in North Carolina where there is a social divide between wealthy seasonal residents, kooks, and working-class locals, pogues. This show follows a group of teenagers, John B., JJ, Kiera, and Pope, who are pogues, and Sarah Cameron, John B.'s girlfriend, who is a kook. Their group is determined to find out what happened to the missing father of John B. Along the way, they discover a legendary treasure that is tied to the fate of John B.'s father. The character that I will be discussing is Rafe Cameron, a 19-year-old born into a very wealthy kook family. Rafe is the eldest child of Ward Cameron, the older brother of Sarah, and the older half-brother of Wheezy. Rafe was supposed to be next in line to inherit the Cameron business, but the plan failed when Rafe dropped out of college and started on a much darker path in life. Rafe became addicted to cocaine and dealt drugs to the fellow teenagers in the community. Rafe is a negative influence on many of the kook teenagers, such as Topper, Sarah's ex-boyfriend. Rafe encourages violent and irresponsible acts, such as drug use and unnecessary fights against the pogues. Rafe is overall violent and aggressive towards those who he deems a threat. Part of the reason that Rafe is so violent and reckless is due to his father being emotionally and psychologically abusive towards him. The story went downhill after Rafe tried to steal a watch from his father Ward to pay off the debt with Barry, the town drug dealer. Ward goes with Rafe to bail him out and warns Barry to back off. Then Ward kicks Rafe out of the house. Rafe stayed in an empty house in the meantime as he planned a way back to his home. When his father was getting arrested for the murder of John B.'s father, Rafe seizes his opportunity to win his approval and he shoots the officer. Ward then pins the murder of the officer on John B., the son of the man that Ward killed. In order to protect his son, Ward lets Rafe back into the family home. Rafe is suffering from drug-induced psychosis due to his excessive cocaine use. Drug-induced psychosis is a disconnection from reality that may cause delusions and hallucinations. Psychosis may appear while a person is using drugs or as part of the drug withdrawal process. Rafe is very dependent on cocaine in order to function. This would be classified as a stimulant use disorder, which affects a person's brain and behavior and leads to an inability to control the use of a drug. Rafe is also prone to self-deception. Self-deception involves convincing oneself of a truth or lack of truth, so that one does not reveal any self-knowledge of the deception. Rafe often acts out during and after drug use, and it is followed by delusions such as when Rafe killed the officer, he was convincing himself that he did it to save his father, even though the officer was not planning on harming his father in any way.
I saved you, Dad. I saved you.
When Rafe was going through withdrawal, he started acting out physically and verbally at anyone who stood in his way. When Rafe runs out of drugs, he instantly goes searching for more, and this proves that he has an unhealthy dependency on that substance.
I need cocaine.
Well, I'm all out, man. That's my last line right there. Everybody done came and done a run on me, all right? Everybody stocking up for this storm.
I know you got it in here, bro.
No, I don't got anything in here. I'm all out, man.
Bullshit, man.
Hey, man, these fine people got this show with the top. Right. What I say, bitch, I'm out. I'm out, bitch. Get out of here, man. Get out my room.
Where is it? I know you got
What in the hell done got into you, Rafe?
After Rafe commits the murder of the officer, Rafe convinces himself that he was doing the right thing and that the officer was going to hurt his dad. This goes along with the drug-induced psychosis as well, as it is a disorder of its own. After the crime, he then goes on to lie to his sister and everyone around him who doesn't know the truth. saying that John B. was the one who murdered the officer. Rafe continues this lie until he himself believes it.
So John B. killed Sheriff Peterkin.
What?
Yeah. Are you smiling right now?
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Like, this isn't a game. I don't know why you're smiling, okay? Look at me. I saw it with my own 2 eyes, all right? He shot her.
Treatment for drug-induced psychosis usually involves stopping the drug that causes psychosis and then monitoring the person in a safe and calm environment, such as a mental hospital. Anti-anxiety drugs such as benzodiazepines can help with many symptoms of drug-induced psychosis. Antipsychotics can also help. Benzodiazepines will help calm the patient down and reduce worry and stress. However, antipsychotics will only be helpful in the beginning of the treatment due to only helping to calm psychotic episodes, which will only continue while the patient is still dependent on the drug. To treat the self-deception, Rafe will need to be isolated with only being able to see doctors. Visits from family members will only be allowed after a month, and Rafe will need to be separated from his father due to his abusive and aggressive nature that will not help Rafe in this vulnerable situation. Rafe will have daily therapy sessions and calm activities in nature to help him reconnect with his inner self rather than his worries about the outside world. After all these treatments, Rafe will no longer be dependent on cocaine, and he will be living with his stepmom and 2 sisters. He will start playing sports to release his energy and to help him work on his teamwork skills. He will attend weekly talk therapy sessions where he releases his worries and stresses. He will reapply for college to study business and finance in hopes of being able to manage the camera and business.